Hello, this is Preaching on the Go, and this channel is dedicated to all things eschatology and those Bible topics that you're just not allowed to talk about for one reason or another. So, the abomination of desolation spoken of by the prophet Daniel, what is it? When's it going to happen? Well, if you're listening to an eschatological system of man that puts the Olivet Discourse future from us, you're not going to find it and you're not going to know what it is. You're going to spend hours and hours listening to all the speculations of what it might be. Like maybe it's going to be the Pope sitting in the newly rebuilt temple in Jerusalem or something. Well, the answer is actually found in what's known as the harmony of the Gospels. The harmony of the Gospels is simply this. It's where you read all of the Gospels, and because each of the writers give a little bit more detail or a little bit different description, you can get a more clear and accurate understanding of what's being said. And in this case, you can know what the abomination of desolation actually is. In Matthew 24 and Mark chapter 13, you find what's known as the Olivet Discourse, where Jesus is prophesying and answering a question of the disciples, where he ultimately tells them that all of these things are going to take place before their generation passes away. And they did. And one of those things that happened was the abomination of desolation. And here's what Jesus says in Matthew and Mark. He says, when you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by the prophet Daniel, let him who is in Judea flee to the hills. Now, the harmony of the Gospels tells us what the abomination of desolation is, because when Luke records that interaction, he doesn't say those words. He simply tells you what it is. He says it like this: when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that its desolation is near. And let him who is in Judea flee to the hills. So there it is. Simply put, the abomination of desolation is a time when Jerusalem would be surrounded by armies right before its great destruction. And we know that that happened in 70 AD. So if you want to hear more preaching on the go about all things eschatology and those Bible topics that you're just not allowed to talk about for one reason or another, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss another prophecy.